All right, well, it's 12:02, so let's get it started. So my name's Todd Conklin. I'm Coldwell Banker Distinctive Properties, Coldwell Banker Canyon Side, Coldwell Banker Commercial Prime Properties. And I got my guy, Jeff Mays. And here's the thing about Jeff. He's been a massively successful real estate agent. He's been a massively successful Coldwell Banker owner. And he's now a massively successful coach, probably one of the top coaches on the planet, and he's working for Tom Ferry. Oh, come on, right? This is my introduction, dude. This is not yours. Right. This is my opportunity to speak. I'll mute you in a second. One of the best coaches on the planet. Yeah, one of the best coaches on the planet, and he's now a top speaker for Tom Ferry. And so I thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate you being here, and I know you're going to drop some massive wisdom on these people and get them fired up. So bring it.
Hey, Todd, an expert is just somebody that lives 90 miles away from where you and I do what you do, because you're just as good as me as an expert in everything out there. So listen up, everybody, So, Todd, I feel like I put together something for you, just for you all exclusively, some ideas that I'm working with many clients out there and even agents in my office. I'm going to give you 7 ideas or actions to do in the next 7 days, because I think we can't think about the past. We can't what if the future. I think there's too much what if going on. All we can focus on, right, is what? Today. All we can focus on is what we're going to do today. And I think that we'll get through this and we'll come out of this even better if we just focus on what we need to do today. Wouldn't you say?
Love it. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
I love this one. Thursday. Is that right? I think that's spelled right. But anyways, so we've got a client that we coach, and he's 25 years old. He is 2 years in the business, Todd. Watch this. A few weeks ago, he put out on Monday, he said, "Hey, everybody, I'm doing a VIP home buyers seminar. It'll be Thursday at 5 o'clock. Join us here. It's going to be on Zoom, Instagram, and Facebook." He put this out there. And then he reminded them every day. Thursday at 5, did it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, reminded everybody. He's got a couple thousand people on his social media page, not a ton. Guess what? How many people you think, Todd, showed up for this thing?
No clue.
Throw out a number.
100.
241 people. 2 years in the business, probably doesn't even, honestly, he's learning what he's doing right now. He had, and watch this, Todd, it was a Evite. Well, what's so important about an Evite? They gave him the name, number, and address on everybody that registered. He's got over 241 people that he didn't spend $1 for. He didn't promote this. This was on his personal page. He had 241 people that he can follow up with now. I got to be honest. If he doesn't even know what he's doing, he's going to sell 10 or 20 houses in the next 2 or 3 months when we come out of this. Think about it. Super easy.
Right. And well, this goes back into that whole thing. Like, there are certain things that as we move forward, they're just not going to go back the way they did before. Like, people aren't going to go to the conference room at your local hotel where you're doing a buyer 101 deal when they can just simply log on from their phone or from a computer. Like, they're just going to watch it. Yep. Brilliant.
So here's another thing. He didn't overthink it. He heard about the idea. He put it out there. I mean, just did it. He did have, I think, a loan officer on there. He did a 20. Watch this. You could take the Coldwell Banker buyer presentation, throw in a couple like KCM slides or your office slides, put them in there. He went through that for 15 or 20 minutes, and then he answered questions for 10 or 15 minutes after that. This is 30 minutes to generate that many people. That is one thing we should be. Hey, watch this. Well, what if nobody shows up? Well, cancel it. What if only one person shows up? Who cares? One's better than none, right?
Well, A, and then B, what people don't realize, like on this call, we'll get somewhere between 500 and 1,000 people on this call today, right? Yeah. And then it'll end up on Facebook, and another 3,000 or 4,000 people will watch it. It's really not about the right now, A, and then B, hey, we all need the practice.
Yep. Load up the pipeline and see who shows up. I think that's a big one right there. All right, the next one. Here's So like many people, I think probably the past 4 weeks, Todd, I've left my house like 4 or 5 times. I went to the grocery store. You know, that's kind of like you're throwing yourselves out and into the wolves right now. But anyways, I was driving home and I was thinking, if I was an agent and I had nothing going on, what would I do? And you know what I said? I said I'd take the long way home. I'd drive around the long way home. I'd go up and down the streets in my area or a geo farm that I'm working. And here's what I want you to do. Drive around find 5 houses that are either being renovated or construction on or vacant property or abandoned property. Find land that's out there, find some FSBOs and write down the address. And then follow up with them and just ask simply like, hey, Todd, I noticed you're doing a little renovation on that house over 123 Main Street. Are you doing that for yourself or do you plan on putting that on the market? Super easy. And hey, also there's a lot of signs like renovations and construction companies. They'll put their little small sign out in front of what they're doing. Call them too and ask them what's going on there and how can I get more business or bring more business to them as well. This is old school. This is what we used to have to do when there was no internet, okay? We're going old school in this one. And hey, I want everybody to write this down. And you're going to love this, Todd, because when you type in your name, you'll be kind of blown away. TruePeopleSearch.com. TruePeopleSearch.com. You know, many times finding people's name and number, you got to pay for it. True People Search, you just type in your name and your address. It comes up. There's my name. The age was right. The location where I live is correct. It had the past 5 houses I've lived in the past 20 years. It had my ex-wife's name there. It had 2 valid email addresses. It had 2 valid phone numbers. And then it had a string of all these people that were connected to me as well. You wouldn't believe the information that's out there. So why is that important? Maybe I write down the address. Maybe I go into the MLS and maybe I look on tax records. Maybe I just got Todd Conklin. Great. Todd Conklin, 123 Main Street. I type in Todd Conklin, Grand Junction, Colorado. Boom, it comes up. I've got a connection with them. Good idea.
Awesome.
What do you think about that?
I love it. And, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, can you imagine being a for sale by owner right now? Like, could there be a worse time to be
ever.
A for sale by owner?
Nope.
I mean, not only from a health perspective, but then like, how do you connect with buyers when buyers don't know what they're doing and the sellers don't know what to do with the buyers. And then you've got the technology piece and, well, you know, where do you have to put this out? And how do you do a virtual open house? How do you do showings? How do you, like, holy crap, man. Like, there's literally every single for sale by owner on the planet shouldn't be a for sale by owner right now.
Here's what I was thinking about. This is the script that I would use to a for sale by owner. If you're serious about selling your house in the next 6 months, you're going to have to list with a real estate agent. You don't even know the ramifications by having this on by yourself. You don't even have the addendum, the things that need to be signed just to be able to show yourself so you limit your liability. What are you talking about? That's why we need to get together. Let's set up for a Zoom call today at 4 o'clock. Okay. It's super easy.
Beautiful, brother. Thank you very much, Jeff.
Thanks, Todd.
Everybody, make sure you connect with Jeff on Instagram and follow, like, comment, and you can show him the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 love.
Yeah.
Thanks again, buddy.
I'll tell you one thing. My Instagram, I only put real estate related things there. So you'll have a lot of good information there as well. So thanks a lot, everybody.